guys, we're back for day 2. We're going to be doing the greatest common factor, okay, which is also stands for GCF, which means the largest common factor of 2 or more numbers. Okay, and we can use prime factorization like we learned in the last video to be able to determine our greatest common factor. Let's work out these problems together. Okay, so last video we learned 2 ways. We can use the tree method or repeated division. I'm going to show you for the first one, and then you choose whichever one you feel most comfortable with to be able to use for the other ones. So we have 20 and 30. We need to find the greatest common factor. So I write 20 and 30. Okay. So for 20, we break it apart. We need to think what 2 numbers make 20, and I would think 2 and 10. You could also think 4 and 5. 2 is prime, so we're done with that one. 10 I can still divide by 2, which gives me 5. So I have 2, 2, and 5. Okay, so 20 is equal to 2, and there's 2 of them, so squared, times 5. Okay, next 30, we have 3 times 10. 3 is a prime number. Okay, I can break 10 into 2 and 5. These are prime numbers. Okay, once you get there, what you do is, I'm going to put that right here. We have 2 times 3 times 5 for that one. Okay, we need to take the numbers that they have in common. So let's write numbers in common. Are 2 and 5, right? So numbers in common are 2 and 5. So the GCF, you just take those 2 numbers and you multiply them. 2 times 5 equals 10. So our GCF is 10. Okay? The tree method is the easiest way, but if you want to use the repeated division, you can do that as well. So we have, find the greatest common factor of 12 and 20. So we have 12 and 15, excuse me. We need to break this up, break that up. 12, I need to break it up, so what 2 numbers give us 12? And I think 3 and 4 come to mind. 3 is prime. 4 I can still break up into 2 times 2. Those are prime. Okay, so 12 is equal to 2, and then I have 2 of them, so squared, times 3. 15. Numbers that come to mind are 3 and 5. Those are both prime numbers. So 15 is equal to 3 times 5. Okay? Then remember the numbers in common. Their numbers in common are 3. They only have 3 in common. So the GCF is 3. Okay? Remember, you can pause the video at any time if you guys need, so you can copy these down or to understand it better. Alright, 2 more. Find the greatest common factor of 18 and 36. We have 18 we need to break up, and we have 36 we need to break up. What 2 numbers give us 18 that you guys can think of? Well, I think of 2 times 9. 2 is prime. I can break 9 into 3 times 3. These are prime. So 18 is equal to 2 times 3, and then there's 2 3's, so squared. 36, what 2 numbers can you think of that make 36? I think of 4 and 9. Okay? 4 gets broken up into 2 times 2, which are both prime numbers. 9 gets broken up into 3 times 3. So 36 is equal to 2 squared, because there's 2 of them, times 3 squared, because there's 2 of them. Okay, so numbers in common. What are their numbers in common? They both have 2 and they both have 3. So their GCF is going to be equal to 2 times 3. Their GCF is 6. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the GCF of 55 and 90. So we have 55, break those up, and 90. Then we're going to have our numbers in common. Okay, so 55, 2 numbers that make 55. First thing that comes to mind is 5 and 11. Are those prime? Yeah. So we're done with that one. Now what about 90? Well, I think of 9 and times 10. That gives us 90. 9 can be broken up into 3 times 3. Both are prime. 10 gets broken up into 2 and 5. Okay, so 55 is equal to 5 times 11. 90 is equal to 2 times 3. There's 2 3's times 5. Okay, so which number do they have in common? They both have 5 in common. So the GCF is just 5.